Emile resents me for stealing her son and only acknowledges me when others are around. I remind my husband to text her, buy her gifts, and plan thoughtful surprises. Meanwhile, she ignores my messages, shrugs off my grief, and guilt trips my husband when I set boundaries. Now, she's crying to him about how I make her feel unwelcome. That's the boat I'm in right now. 7 months pregnant after a midterm loss last year. She referred to me as his friend, up until the day we got married. She explicitly told him he was disappointing her by marrying me because I was hateful. I remind her son to text her and every other family member on her birthday, send her something on Mother's Day, buy her FIL and SAL Christmas gifts. I physically obtain and wrap them, but I don't care about their family enough. When we visit them, she sits in tense silence if we are left alone. If someone else is in the room, she turns into miscongeniality. If I offer to cook, they can't eat that. Examples: potato soup, biscuits and gravy, pasta, osso bucho, etc. Basic things but homemade and immo very good. If I take the initiative and make something, she won't touch it. For Christmas one year, I spent $300 plus on family pictures for her. 90% did not include me, which I'm absolutely okay with. I wanted her to have updated pictures of just their family as well, and a few of us all together. Pictures were great. I had the photographer send her the proofs to pick out the one she wanted. After 8 months of her saying over and over that she just can't decide, I went in and picked finals myself so I could print and frame them for her as a birthday gift. She ignored multiple inquiries to which of the 10 or 12 we ended up with were her favorites and what color frame she would like, so I couldn't give them to her. In the hospital while my first child was actively dying inside of me, she did not speak to me unless someone else was in the room, then all she asked about was the baby. Same weekend as above. My husband asked what they could help with since I was on bed rest in a hospital 30 minutes away. All I requested they do is empty the cat box. They have cats so they know what to do, and it was fairly recently scooped. I just didn't want it to get to swamp level while gone, and sweep. Came home to the house smelling of ammonia, and the house a wreck. They couldn't have known in hindsight how rough coming home for me would be, but some acknowledgement of ignoring my small request for help while staying in my house and making use of it while I was gone would have been nice. After the loss of my son, she texted me once, as we were leaving the hospital with my dead baby in my lap. I didn't hear from her until 2 months later when I texted her following up on family pictures. With my current pregnancy, she was texting multiple times a week checking in. Never a question, always the exact statement of, just checking on you and the baby, which I appreciate, but how do you respond to a statement, and respond that often to the exact same statement repeatedly? I eventually stopped responding every single time, but would text her back at least once a week. She messaged my husband to ask why I wouldn't respond to her. I explained to him, and he understood. I'm not sure what he said to her, but she started responding with nothing but thumbs up medium light skin tone from that point forward. They visited recently. She asked who did the printing and framing of pictures in my hallway. I told her I did it. In honestly probably too snide a tone, said that's what I was planning to do for her birthday, but she had ignored me for months. This apparently was upsetting enough that she wanted to leave and stay in a hotel. FIL dips tobacco, a lot. When sleeping on our guest bed, he evidently slobbered brown saliva on everything. I'll give them a shred of credit. They did pull the sheets off of the bed and bring them to the laundry. However, they left the mattress protector that was stained intact, laid bare pillows over the stains, and wadded up the stained quilt and threw it in a corner. They have not gotten their male dog snipped. He peed everywhere in my house. I told my husband I did not want their dogs coming anymore. The other is old and has no bladder control, and he's mean and smells like a corpse. He told them, and they said they understood and apologized to him. Who was the one who had to clean up as it was happening for days afterwards? Me, obviously. Where was my apology? I'm only morbidly pregnant and shouldn't be doing strenuous activity. I made my husband shampoo the carpets. When they arrived at Christmas, she repeatedly, over several days, mentioned that it's been very hard not to tell her parents about my pregnancy when they constantly ask her why we aren't there for the holidays. Because my child died a few months ago, I don't feel like being anywhere other than my own home where I can leave the room and go sob in private without someone side-eyeing me the entire time. Also, I'm high risk, and my pregnancy is no one's business until I'm ready to talk about it, especially with people who never said a word to me after losing my first. She claims, after pestering me on when we would visit them next, that I told her 2 years. Honestly, do not remember saying this to her, but maybe I did. I was stressed and annoyed about the earlier incident. Apparently, she cried in the car after that. She didn't. I was driving, and she was sitting in the passenger seat beside me. Despite the repeated, thumbs-up medium light skin tone that signaled to me that she really doesn't care about her grandchild's incubator, I was still sending her things regarding the baby. I stopped 2 weeks ago when I sent her a picture of something personalized I had purchased for him that I was really excited about, and I just got a thumbs-up medium light skin tone. They are big anti-vax. Not sure if Jenny McCarthy or Fox News is the source. I requested that everyone, even my own conservative parents, get the flu shot and TDAP, the same exact things my husband and I are getting. Staying pure is more important than meeting the baby. All of this, for her to call my husband in tears, because I essentially do not treat her like a best friend. She claims she likes me, she treats me the same as she does her daughter, and she's always gone out of her way to make me feel welcome. All categorically untrue. I apparently make her feel unwanted, and she doesn't want to visit us anymore. I just do not understand the thought process, or what the fuck I'm supposed to do. When we visit them, or they visit us, my husband and his dad stay outside to drink and talk until 2 a.m. or later most nights, which leaves me alone in the house with his mom. I would love it if they stayed inside. I know she wants to spend time with her son, but she just does not go outside to join them. I turn on shows that I think she'll like, but she stays on her phone, not speaking, so I do the same. I do not see how it is my responsibility to entertain another grown adult. How many times am I supposed to try to speak to a brick wall before it is okay, in their opinion, to just shut the fuck up and enjoy the silence? I offer them a nice, clean, comfortable room to stay in. I make sure the bathroom is spotless and towels are on deck. I cook for them, make restaurant recommendations, and go with them wherever they want while they're here. Realistically, what else am I supposed to do to make her feel welcome in my home? Sit in her lap and brush her hair? Tell her all of my secrets? Make us matching outfits? I'm pregnant and stressed and dreading the rest of my life being like this, and scared that my child will eventually be turned into a pawn in this game.